How's it going, guys? This is How He Loves. One of the things I learned to play when I was young first, before even the piano, was the guitar. And not that I played it well at the time, but this is one of the first instruments I learned. So I'm going to sing you part of this song, and then we're going to go into a lesson. All right, here we go. And he is jealous for me. Love's like a hurricane. I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. When all of a sudden I'm unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory, I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me. And oh, how he loves us so. And oh, how he loves us. How he loves us so. He loves us, oh how he loves us, oh how he loves us, oh how he loves. When we are his portion and he is our prize, drawn to redemption by the grace in his eyes. If grace is an ocean, we're all sinking. Well, heaven meets earth like an unforeseen kiss, and my heart turns violently inside of my chest. I don't have to maintain these regrets when I think about. How he loves us so. Oh, how he loves us. How he loves us so. Hey, how's it going, guys? I am super excited for this lesson today. This is the 18th time I'm recording this and the last time that I'm going to record this, but either way, I hope you guys are ready for what we're about to talk about. Last week we kind of went through my own personal testimony. We talked about how I was in just learning how to play the piano and learning how to play guitar and doing worship to the point where finally today I can lead worship pretty well, but that was not the beginning of the story. Obviously there's a lot more before that, 17 years. But one of the real beginning ministries that I participated in, that I learned that I had to really stretch myself for, was the children's ministry in the church that I grew up in. And so that was a super exciting time because it was where I learned how to be a puppeteer. It's where I learned kind of how to do ministry all together. And then God brought it 360 to where I'm doing children's ministry now. And so had I not had that experience then, I don't think I would be as successful in doing what I'm doing right now. So it started out in children's ministry, went to worship ministry, and then I never in a million years, if you would have asked me at the age of 19, hey Gabe, are you ever going to be like a youth speaker or youth pastor or anything like that, I would say no. That's something that sounds like Edwin Cintron, my dad, not Gabriel Cintron, me. And so I did not desire to do that. But through the grapevine, God does things where he brings you to where he wants you to be. And that's the point of today. God is always going to pull you to where you're supposed to be, where you're meant to be. And it always was in my heart to do things for God. I just never thought I would be equipped, qualified, or anything else to do what I'm doing right now. And so that's where maybe you lie right now. You feel like you're not equipped to do what it is inside of you think you want to do. Like there is something that you probably would think is amazing if you could just do this. Like maybe it's standing up and giving a lesson to 100 people. Maybe it's going and playing music in front of the stage. Maybe it's being a leader of some kind of group at school, or whatever it is that you see. God wants to use you in that, but we just kind of sell ourselves short. And I think I did for very many years. But either way, God brought that out of me through the course of working and going. And in Hebrews chapter 13, it says that may He equip you with everything good for doing His will. And I think that's the important part. It's His will, not as much our will. And so because it's His will, it's in His best interest. It is in His best interest to equip us and train us and guide us. So it's not so much me that has to worry about what I'm doing. I think I was always there. I showed up, I was available, and I learned a whole lot. And because of that, it's brought me to the place where now I stand in front of you or sit in front of you in my room, and I can tell you that God is going to do this for you too. It might not be how you think or imagine. Maybe it starts off with you helping in youth group, or for those of you who helped with VBS, maybe it starts with helping in children's ministry. Whatever it is, God is going to equip you for the next stage in your life, and maybe stages way in the future. Because when I was 16, 17 doing these things, I think up until like 18, 19 with the children's ministry, I think that I didn't think I would come back to this. I didn't think I was going to be in children's ministry. I always enjoyed it. I loved it, had a passion for it, and super creative mind, and that really helped me use all the creativity and editing that I could do at that time. And so now I had that couple years of training, and it comes back to here right now to this day where we did VBS, and it was a beautiful thing, and it went so well. And I thank you guys for those who got involved, and it was just, God prepares you for the next step. So He did it for me. He's gonna do it for you. Don't get so caught up in the point, in what it is, because it might take on a new life all of its own. It might become something you never thought it would be, but more beautiful than you ever could have imagined. And that's certainly what's happened for me. And so I pray that God will equip you with everything good for doing His will, not your or my will, but may His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I brought that back over to the prayer. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed part of this series already. We're going to keep going and developing this thought. I'm going to take you a little bit deeper into where God kind of pulled things out of me and taught me things. And so this one is just to kind of show you that, like, listen, last week it's inside of you. We kind of talked about that. You already have this desire. You sell yourself short. And this week is more like, don't sell yourself short, because you're going to be trained. You're going to get to the place where you're going to be able to do what God has called you or put into your heart to do. And sometimes it's bigger than you even imagine. That's crazy. God is going to use you in ways you never imagined, and that's when you know it's God and not you.